All right. So we'll go ahead and get started. It's 2 minutes after 8 o'clock. So thank you all for being here this evening. I appreciate you coming for our first Be for Breath Meditation Mondays. This is exciting time for us, Tim and myself. So we're very happy to have you here with us. So I know that Tim has experience with meditation. Nisi or Mom, what is your experience with meditation? Have y'all done any type of meditation before?
No, none at all.
Not at all. All right.
Not. I haven't either.
Okay. All right. So this is a new experience for you both. Um, Meditation is basically how I look at meditation. It's a time to really quiet yourself and your align and balance yourself. And one of the things that when I think of prayer and when I think of meditation, I consider prayer to be myself having a conversation or talking with God or with higher power, with universe. And when I look at meditation, I view it as me receiving messages, be that intuition or just clarity or insight from that higher self, from the intuition, from God, whatever that higher power is. Um, Meditation provides that opportunity to really tap into that intuitive clarity type energy and be still enough so that you can hear the voice of your higher power, be that yourself or higher power being God. So that's how I look at meditation. And one of the things that we are taught in yoga practice is that part of meditation is the breath. The breath is life force. And so it allows you to really still yourself to tap into that quiet intuitiveness and to receive the messages that you need to receive during the meditative process. So when I talk about pranayama, that is the word for our breathing practice, which prana is basically life force or energy, which is the breath. And so we utilize the breath to calm and still ourselves, which allows us to then be focused and concentrate and move into a meditative state. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to actually be going on a guided practice tonight. So I will be leading you on a practice, and there's going to be a couple of parts to it. We're going to just get ourselves comfortable, be still, be with our breath. And then we're going to allow ourselves to be with our thoughts and to move through those. And I'll give us some time to be with those. And so there will be a guided process to look at our thoughts and how we should look at our thoughts during meditative process, allow you to be with that. And then there will be a guided practice around gratitude. So do you all have any questions? Do you all have any concerns, hesitation? What has there been any? I know a lot of people are kind of nervous about meditation and they like don't think they can do it or don't want to do it. So do you all have any concerns or worries or anything about meditation? Or are you
My
excited?
thought, my thought is just staying focused, keeping my mind clear, because
Mm-hmm.
I'll wander back until what do I need to be doing right now, or something that happened, and I'm walking through that. So that's my biggest thing is staying focused.
Mm-hmm. Which I think
That
is,
would Yeah.
go ahead,
And
Denise.
that would be my I want to learn how to my mind wanders and
Mm-hmm.
how to bring it in
Mm-hmm.
so that I can concentrate. And that helped me when you were saying when you breathe and concentrate, that centerpiece.
Mm-hmm.
So if I could slow my mind down so I can just hear myself breathe to get the process. But focus, and that's just my number one thing.
Yeah. Um, And I have some thoughts on that. And Tim, you can step in here at any point with any thoughts that you have as well. But our mind is meant to think. And so I think that's the biggest misperception or about meditation. Our mind is there to think, and it's going to think. We have to reframe how we think about thinking when we're in the meditation process. So your mind is going to think. Things are going to come up. It's very rare. I've only been in a state of what they call samadhi, which is pure alignment with God, where I literally have been, in my opinion, I was off on another plane. Like I was literally floating on a cloud off in another parallel universe, and I didn't want to come back. Like I was like, no, I'm good. Like I'm on this cloud. I just want to stay here. I've only had that experience probably once. And I've been meditating, I won't say, but I've been trying to maintain a regular practice for the last 3-4 months. So there's times when I have whole conversations in my mind and I can't still my mind. And then there's times when I can. The thought is about your thoughts is that, and we'll talk about that, and I'll leave you on a guided meditation, is that you watch them pass by. You do not attach to them. You have your thought, but you let it just float on by and you don't get lost in the thought because you're going to have them. There's no way that you're going to get away from it. And so I think that's one of the biggest things that people think, oh, I'm not going to think. And that's not true. The more and more you practice, the more and more you'll be able to let the thought just go on by and not attach to it. But that takes time and practice, just like everything else. Just like if we have an exercise routine, we got to get into the routine and habit of doing the exercise before it becomes something that we're comfortable in doing, and we have strength in those muscles. And so just today, I mean, I've done stuff in my muscles in my workout practice that 2 months ago I couldn't do, but that's because I built strength in those muscles. And the same thing with your meditation practice, you have to build it and grow it. And so that allows you to then have more control and ability to allow those thoughts that do come up, because they will still come up, but allow them to go and move on by. Tim, do you have anything to add?
No, it's what you said is right. You know, when I was taking lessons at School of Metaphysics, that's kind of what they taught us, that it's really about us being aware in the moment. And it's almost like we're observing ourselves. And to have the thoughts and recognize that you're having thoughts is actually a good thing,
Mm-hmm.
because that means you're able to, as Jereva said, not get so attached that you follow those thoughts down the rabbit hole. So when the thoughts come by, you know, we say, imagine them floating and landing on the river and just floating by, and you see it to recognize it, but you then let it go. Because once you come out of your practice, you'll have time to re-engage in all those thoughts. So it's about stilling ourselves to the point where we can listen and receive messages.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're bogged down in the monkey mind, then we're not able to listen. So,
and I think Tim brings up a good point. I even read it today in my Yoga Sutras book. I don't have it in here with me, but they talk about the seer. And the seer is how, this reading I had really helped me clarify this in my mind. So the seer is our higher self. When we look at yoga, it's broken down into 3 different parts: our mind, body, and spirit. So our spirit is our unchangeable self. That is our higher self. That's the self that's not affected by emotions, thoughts, feelings. It's our solid, stable self. That is the seer. So our thoughts, our perceptions, our emotions, our sensations, all of those things are part of our mind and body. So that's what we see with. But our ego, I kind of separated little I versus big I being your higher self, little I being your human self. Our ego gets caught up in all the things we see with. And we believe that all the things we see with our perceptions, our emotions, our thoughts, all those things are us. And our true self is our higher self, the big I, the spirit. And so with meditation, it allows yourself to remove yourself from those things that we feel are us, the ego part of us, and really move into the spirit part of ourselves. And like Tim said, detach and and really align ourselves into our spirit, recognizing our truth of our being. So that's the meditation practice. A couple of tips before we get into it. Again, the main thing is about thoughts. You're going to think. It is what it is. You just allow those to go on by. How you build a meditation practice is you just have to do. And meditation sometimes is not, I mean, there's been times where I just have to force myself to do it. It's not, sometimes it's not woo, 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 sa. It's not. Sometimes emotions come up, traumatic things may come up. It's not always comfortable, but it's about being in the practice so that you can align yourself and be in balance. One of the things I've just recently discovered for myself is first of all, there's no one right way to do it and to do meditation. And I'm a visual person. So for me to sit there and close my eyes just makes my mind go rampant because I'm a visual person. And for me to have something to focus on and to look at does help me still my mind. And so what I've learned is that if my body says open my eyes, I'm going to listen to my body. If my body says I want to lay down, I'm going to listen to my body. If my body says turn to fetal position, I'm going to listen to my body. So that's what I would suggest you do, is listen to your body. Your body knows what it needs. It's telling you what it needs. Don't allow what someone tells you you should be doing to dictate how you engage in your meditation practice. So to me, that's the most important thing and the most freeing thing that I've received. And even in the last few weeks in changing up my meditation practice, it's really allowed me to get deeper and go into a more restful and peaceful state when I allowed myself to just be and do the things that served me. So that would be my suggestion. Anything else, Tim, you can add before we get to going?
You don't want to spend, for me, what I've learned is I don't want to spend too much time overthinking. However, I do want to pay attention to how I feel. If I feel pain or discomfort anywhere, I just want to take a mental note because that may be something I need to go back and look at. It also helps me sometimes to go into my meditation with a question so that the focus of my attention is looking and listening for that answer. So, and not a literal answer, but as Deriva said, that your intuition to just, it may be something as simple as just stay the course. You're learning, you're headed in the right direction. There is no answer, if you will, that says I'm complete with this thing, but where you're headed is the right direction. So I think, yeah, that's all I want to add.
All right. So anything else is coming up for Mom Arcanese?
Nope.
All right.
None for me. I'm excited.
All right. Well, tonight I thought I would kind of guide us. Sometimes I'm not. I'm just going to guide you on your breath, and then we're going to sit in silence. But tonight I thought I would do a little bit more guided meditation this evening. So like I said, there are going to be a couple of parts to our meditation. We'll do the breath. Then we'll have a section on our thoughts. I'll let us sit in our thoughts for a bit of time. And it won't be, I know this is your first time, so we're not going to be sitting here for a very long time, but it'll be a couple of minutes or so. We'll sit with our thoughts, and then I'll guide you on the gratitude practice, and we'll sit with that before we close. And you will close when you hear This bell that is what's going to bring us out of our meditative practice. Okay. All right. So find a comfortable position for meditation, connecting to what resonates for you. That may be sitting on the floor or a chair, finding your way into Shavasana, choosing to lie on your belly, or resting on one side. Remember, you can move anytime you experience any discomfort. Start with your eyes open in a soft gaze. And if you are comfortable, I invite you to allow your eyes to close like you are surrendering to a peaceful nap. Now take a moment to tune into your breath. Take a deep belly breath in through your nose to the count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Slowly breathe out to the count of 8, pursing your lips as if you were gently blowing out a candle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll do that 3 more times. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now just breathe normally. Imagine a river with boats and kids on tubes in all different sizes, shapes, and colors, floating continuously by. Now imagine yourself standing beside that river, watching everything come towards you. Imagine that what you are watching for are your thoughts, wishes, feelings, and sensations. Watch them come down the river. And as they come closer to you, just watch them come and go. Try to attach or push away what you notice on the river. Just let them float by, come and go. Now that you have allowed time for your mind to settle, bring your attention from that river into your heart. Pretend you are breathing slowly through your heart. Remember a time when you felt appreciation and gratitude for someone or something positive in your life. Perhaps remember the feeling of love or caring for someone. Send that feeling of appreciation to yourself and others. Feel the feeling and stay with it. As other thoughts pop into your mind, just watch the thoughts float by, come and go, and gently bring your attention back to the area around your heart. So when you are ready, you can open your eyes and return back to your space. But that was our practice. How was that for you all? You're on mute, Mom.
Oh, okay. It was good. It took a minute.
Well, yeah, it probably, I mean, it was your first practice, but hope you enjoyed it. So I just want to close out today's practice with some readings from Dear Universe, 200 Mini Meditations for Instant Manifestations by Sarah Pop. So it says, having an attitude of gratitude in your life is a deep spiritual practice that can transform most, if not all, situations. Remember, your perception ultimately shapes your reality. If you remember to feel thankful for everything that shows up in your reality, no matter what it is, then you are creating space for the universe to manifest more magic and miracles into your life. Even saying thank you for the smallest manifestation will raise your vibration and clear the way for bigger and more magnificent things to appear. Make sure you write down 3 things that you are grateful for. This will help send your subconscious mind a magical boost. This magnetic energy of appreciation can commune with the universe and send out a signal that you are ready and willing to receive more things to be grateful for. So I stand in gratitude for you all joining me this evening for our first Before Breath Meditation Monday. I hope to see you again in a couple of weeks for our second Before Breath Meditation Monday. And of course, this coming Thursday, we have our yoga asana class from 6:30 to 7:30. So thank you for being here. I'm extremely grateful for you too. So have a good rest of your Monday evening.
Bye.
Bye.